To RealClearPolitics co-founder Tom Bevan now on what happens next. Tom, as Blake just said, we've been here before with DACA. It didn't work the last time we tried it. What makes you think it might work now?
Well, circumstances have changed a little bit, and we are seeing, I definitely think he's right that the pressure is going to get ratcheted up here in the next few days when Democrats come back and take back the House and pass this bill to open most of the government, at least the parts that are currently shut down. I think Trump might actually want to. Now, Trump turned down the $25 billion for the DACA Dreamer deal earlier last year, but I think he might want to take this deal if he can get it. It seems to be the only way out for him to get the amount of money that he wants and not have to walk away getting less than that, which would be politically damaging to Trump if he does not get the funding that he wants for the border wall, because that's been a red line that he's drawn. It was a core campaign promise, and he needs to deliver on it.
On the other hand, there is also pressure on Democrats. One thing that's changed is the horrible shooting, the murder of that police officer in California, and then the sheriff coming out right after the murder, putting the blame on border security laws, and particularly the ones they have in California, the sanctuary laws and the anti-ICE laws that some people say, including the sheriff himself, actually was partly responsible for the murder of this officer and other people. That puts a lot of pressure on Democrats to get a deal, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, look, I think it moves things on the margin. These are obviously tragic stories. But it doesn't change the underlying sort of fundamentals of this debate, where the public is on this. And the bottom line is, Trump is now trying to say, look, I'm negotiating in good faith, and Democrats aren't negotiating at all. And he's trying to turn that around to make the Democrats come to the table. Whether he's able to do that in the next few days remains to be seen. The public does not want to see the government shut down. They want it to be open. Right now, they're blaming Trump. But if the Democrats will not come to the table with any offer whatsoever, then the public may turn and hold Democrats responsible. That's certainly what Trump is hoping happens.
I'll tell you, though, nothing concentrates the mind of voters like the murder of a police officer, particularly if the illegal alien responsible got here as a result of lax border security. And that's what a lot of people are saying. So that might change things. There's the other thing that's just ridiculous about this whole debate is $5 billion in the midst of these trillions of dollars that politicians are spending inside the Beltway. We just agreed on an agricultural bill. Democrats and Republicans agreed on this. $867 billion. There was a lot of pork in that bill, a lot of corporate welfare stuff that shouldn't be in there. They had no problem agreeing on that. But $5 billion, that's what's shutting down the government?
No, exactly. I mean, it's less than 1/10 of 1% of what the government spends, right? It's a minuscule amount, and that just shows that this is all about politics. This is all about symbolism. This is about, Donald Trump with one of his core promises that he wants to deliver on, and Democrats now taking back the House of Representatives. Nancy Pelosi, this is their first showdown with Trump. She wants to be able to show the base of the party that she's up to the task, and so here we are deadlocked over this tiny little amount, the whole government isn't shut down, but parts of the government have shut down over it. To your point, this is a rounding error. This is a drop in the bucket to what Congress normally spends. But that's where the politics of this is and where it will remain, at least for the time being.
And yet it's so transparent. I saw Democrats on the Sunday news shows claiming it was their deep concern for the deficit that was causing them to hold the line on this $5 billion when we know they're spending like crazy. In fact, we just saw Liz Warren, who has announced her exploration of a 2020 campaign, has so many more elements, so many more government bureaucracies that she wants to create if she ever becomes president that would add trillions to the deficit. So it's kind of a hard sell for them to make.
It is, and especially all the Democrats that are going to run for president, at least the ones that I'm aware of, are embracing Medicare for all, which is, the cost of that is astronomical. And so there will be this will be a fight that will happen in 2016 over government spending. Trump and the Republicans have not held the line on spending the way that some Republicans have wanted them to, but that could change the equation there as well.
Tom Bevan, great to see you, Tom. Happy New Year to you.